everyone, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today I wasn't actually gonna post a video, but I actually got a really interesting package in the mail and I've been waiting for it. And honestly, I was so scared. It's my first time ordering from this company and I was terrified because I've heard so many mixed reviews. But honestly, I'm very happy that my package got here and it's safe and sound. And without further ado, let's introduce what we're going to be talking about today. Yes, I picked up the Kylie Jenner bundle of her new highlighters. So originally these go for $22 a piece and I purchased the bundle for $130, so that means I got a $2 discount, which I mean, it's not really a bundle deal, but anyways, I didn't want to go through the hassle of putting one by one into my cart, and I wanted to have all of them so I could swatch them and review them for you guys anyways, so I ended up getting all 6 of them. And honestly, I think that it took a little long to get here, especially since it is LA based. The company is here in California and I live in LA, so I didn't think it was going to take that long. But you open up the box and of course you get the little card that she sends out that I've seen everybody talk about. And once again, like everybody says, it still says lip kits. So I think that, you know, yeah, maybe she should change that into highlighters or eyeshadows or whatever it is you're purchasing, just to give it a more personal touch. But anyways, who cares about that, right? What we're here to talk about is the highlighters. So I did purchase all 6 of them. I have them all here. And let's just talk about the packaging. So the packaging is actually very true to the color. It kind of just looks like this, and the camera actually washes it out because if you see, it says Kylie there. And the Kylie part is matte and then the rest of the box is glossy. And on the other side you get a little sticker which isn't really showing up either, but the little sticker basically says Kylie and it says a pressed illuminating powder, and this is in the shade French Vanilla, and then you get 0.3 ounces in each of these little highlighters, so it's a decent amount of product. So this is the banana split, and then, you know, it just keeps going according to the color of the actual highlighters. So I'm gonna start off with the lightest one and then we're gonna talk all the way through the darkest one. What I like is that there's 6 colors included in this collection. She hasn't really said if these are permanent or limited edition, but she's honestly restocked them so many times, so I feel like they are going to be permanent part of her collection, which is good. So everybody who hasn't been able to get your hands on these, definitely there's a restock today. Today's the 16th at 3:00 p.m. Pacific time, and then there was one a couple of weeks ago, which I actually managed to get all of these the second time around because I wasn't able to get it the first time around. And honestly, I said that I wouldn't really buy stuff from Kylie just because I've heard so many terrible things, but I decided to take a little leap of faith and decided to pick these up, and I'm actually kind of happy I did. I don't have any problems. I can't say that I had a problem with the shipping or they not coming, because I heard horrible nightmare stories where the actual highlighter isn't in the pan, which is terrifying. So I made sure I opened them up right away. I was terrified, but they're all here. They're home safe and sound, and honestly, I can't say I have anything negative. It is my first time, like I said, and I didn't have a negative experience, so I think that's pretty good. Like I said, I paid $130 for them. 6 shades. These are going to complement my fair girls, my dark skin girls, and my light medium skin tones. All of the skin tones are going to be, they're going to find a perfect highlight. I feel like I can't talk today. They're going to be a highlighter in here for everybody, which I like. She included a very light one, a couple of pinky ones, a dark one for like a deeper skin tone, and then in the middle shades. So I'm happy she did that. I hope that there's more later on, like a paler one, because the palest one we have here is French Vanilla, and as you can see, it's still a little bit gold, and it's not actually as light as most girls like it. But anyways, let's get into swatches. As you saw, I inserted a clip of me applying these highlighters onto my face, but I don't know. Let's do swatches and then we'll talk about the formula. So when I put my finger in here, it feels so incredibly smooth. Like, it feels like butter, and you actually get a good amount of product on the little swatch that you do. And then this is just a quick swatch, and this one here is French Vanilla, and as you can tell, it has quite a bit of pigment. It's not super like sheer, but it's not super pigmented. And I think that's what a lot of people are freaking out about, because these aren't your typical blinding highlighters. They're not going to be like your Anastasia highlighters or your Becca highlighters. And I think it's because they're more firmly pressed in the pan. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder to pick up pigment because those are a little bit softer. These actually feel very pressed in. You get an okay mirror, like it's not the best mirror, but it's there. And of course we can't skip over the packaging, which is cardboard and it's kind of like magnetic, it snaps shut. The packaging, I mean, for $22 and for Kylie Cosmetics, it could have been better. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not one of those persons. No, I'm not one of those people that actually is fixated on the packaging. I mean, I love packaging. I really appreciate packaging, as you guys all know. But if the product is okay, I don't mind. I'm willing to look past it because I have some drugstore stuff that I absolutely adore. And it's not amazing packaging, but mind you, that is drugstore. This is not drugstore. This is expensive. This is by no means cheap makeup. So definitely maybe they could have stepped up their game just because of the price that you're paying. So I don't know, that's just my opinion on it. This is what it looks like. It has the drip that she puts into everything. And again, this is the swatch. Very sheer. So these are going to be for people who actually like a more blinding, for more sheer highlight. Definitely more natural for every day. This one here is Banana Split. And this one is a very beautiful, I don't know, it's such a unique shade because it's so yellow. It's an actual true gold color. And this is what it looks like. This one actually has more pigment than the first one. I think it's really nice. I actually really like this one. I think this is one of the ones that shows up the most when you apply it to your face. And then we have Cotton Candy Cream. And this is like a light champagne shade. It's very pretty. And again, this one actually has, I noticed that this one has more fallout. Like when I put my brush into this, it had a lot of fallout. And I don't know, this one, it just feels softer than the rest. So there's a little bit more fallout, and this is Cotton Candy Cream, and this is what this looks like. And then this is it swatched. It's pretty, right? This is it right here. It's very sheer, like I said. It kind of looks a lot like French Vanilla. Very sheer, not a lot of color payoff, but what I do like about these is that they're actually buildable. This one here is Salted Caramel. This is my favorite one out of all of them. This one has to be my favorite one. I think it's the nicest on my skin tone. It's like a beautiful, warm, gold bronze shade. Very, very beautiful. And this is it swatched right here. As you can see, the colors kind of all mesh together. Like this one kind of disappears in, and it looks like this one. And this one is a little bit warmer and more gold. So it looks a little bit different, but it's not like crazy different. The next one we have is this beautiful pink shade, and this is Strawberry Shortcake. And this is what this one looks like. And then this one does have some fallout. So the more pinker shades have some fallout to them, and the other ones I didn't notice that. And this is what it looks like on my finger. And I'm gonna do this one below the rest. This one actually has more pigment. I'm guessing it's just because it's a bit darker than the rest, and you can actually see that it's a more pinky shade. It's pretty. I actually really enjoyed this one. And last but not least, I got Chocolate Cherry, and this is just going to be way too dark for my skin tone, so I might use this as eyeshadow, but this is going to be perfect for darker skin girls. And this one doesn't have a lot of fallout. I don't experience fallout with this one. And this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to swatch it right below all the rest, and that's what it looks like. So as you can tell, these are very, very, very sheer. There's not a crazy amount of pigment to them. I think it's because they're very firmly pressed in the pan. I mean, this is definitely going to be for those of you who like a subtle highlight. If you want a highlight that you can use for school, for work, for daytime, this is actually going to be very pretty on you. I think that they're very pretty. Do I absolutely adore them, and did they like change my world? No. But I mean, they're nice, and they're $22, so they're not as pricey as a lot of other high-end highlighters, and you get a good amount of product. Like, the product that you get in here isn't small. It looks like it's pretty deep in there, which is nice. So I completely think it's up to you. I do like these. Would I recommend going out and freaking out and getting them? No, I definitely think that once the hype calms down, maybe pick up one or two, see which one's going to complement your skin tone the most. They're all pretty similar. Like, That's what I noticed. They're kind of similar. There's not a lot of variety between them. One's might be a little bit more warm, one might be a little bit more cool, one might be a little bit more pink, but there's not a wow, that's completely different. Especially these two right here. They actually look very, very similar, and that's Cotton Candy Cream and Salted Caramel. So, you know, definitely pick up the one that you think is going to be best for your skin tone. Overall, I don't think that they're worth the hype, and I don't want to bash the highlighters. I think that they're nice. They're very creamy. They're pigmented, I mean, for what they are. So if you're looking for a more natural highlight, this is definitely going to be your best friend, I guess. You can intensify these. So I took a little bit of my little Fix Plus, and this is just the rose one that just came out with the Work It collection, and I sprayed my brush with it, and honestly, it was really, really nice. I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to take some, because I'm not wearing any highlighter, and I wanted to show a little live demo for you. So I'm going to take on a clean brush. This is Salted Caramel, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my brush in it, and you can see like there's barely any fallout, which I actually really like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop this on. And you can see there's definitely a glow there. It's not like it's not there at all. You can see it on my face, and I really like that. And if you want to just keep building it up, you can keep building it up, and it will get pigmented. But as you can see, it is natural. I think it's very pretty. I can't sit here and say that I absolutely hate the product. No, this one is definitely my favorite shade, so I'm a little bit more biased towards it. But I mean, it's very, very pretty. I definitely don't think it's a terrible, like, non-existent highlight. So I actually really like that. I think it looks very, very pretty. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to spray my brush. Get a little bit of spray. Oh, those smell so good. I'm so happy I picked those up. If you haven't picked up those little MAC ones, definitely do. So I'm going to go ahead with a wet brush and just pick up some product. And I'm just going to intensify this one. Like, you can see how much more intense that went on. And you're gonna actually get a better representation of the color. Like, that just brought out the pigment so much in this highlight. Look at that. Like, how gorgeous does that look? So I definitely think if you want a blinding highlight, definitely go in with a setting spray and intensify these, because it actually looks so beautiful when you intensify it. Like, you turn your head and I can see the shift. I love it. That was actually really pretty. And then you get your more subtle option, of course. So overall, I think that these highlighters are nice. You can definitely build them up and work with them. They're not terrible by any means. They're actually very pretty. I hope that she adds more shades to the range. And like I said, it's completely up to you. That was just my quick little opinion on these. This is a first impressions. I definitely do want to play around with it more, but I mean, I'm looking in the mirror and I actually love this. Like, it is blinding. So I added a little bit of Fix Plus and it actually did become blinding. So it's completely up to you. I hope you find this review helpful. Like I said, definitely give them a shot. Don't knock them just because of what a bunch of people are saying. Try it for yourself. I actually didn't have a bad experience. They all actually came. So I'm really happy. Would I repurchase them? Probably not. Do I absolutely adore them? Only time can tell from now. I do actually really, really like Salted Caramel. I love this one, and I actually love how it applies. I forgot to mention, these do not have any glitter in them. They're kind of more, they're more like a sheen on the face. They don't have any glitter, which I love, because I packed this one on and it did not emphasize anything on my face. I actually really like how it's sitting on my face and it is blinding. So all in all, you can definitely intensify these. Let me know what you think. Did you pick up any? They sell out within seconds, literally like a minute, and they were all sold out. So if you want to get them hassle-free, get the bundle if you have $130, $140 to spare, so you can try them all out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Did you guys pick up any? If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, leave them down in the comment section and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!